Greetings, travelers. We are back on the devlog, and I got some juicy information to discuss with you guys. So, the elf. He is now equipped with two new animations. The idle animation of intimidation, just look at him, and the battle animation where he swings his candy cane sword at the area of direction. These fierce animations will make his character stand out more in the game. Notice how his swing is red? I have been thinking in the future to develop cosmetics for the candy cane to showcase different appearances and the swing color based on the variation selected. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys have been wondering, what's the area the elf is walking on? Well, this is the starting area for this little guy's adventure, the cave. That's right, the cave. Why a cave, you may ask? Well, let's just say the introduction of this tragedy will explain this perfectly, once the game is out of course. Now, we see here a tile set for the cave, which showcases the rocks on the walls and ice at the top of the walls, to give the immersion that it's an ice cave. To top it off, next to the elf is a crystal I made, showcasing a nice bluish texture, to add more to the immersion of an ice cave. I want to keep the cave not too empty, so I'll probably add more crystals or objects, to make the cave pop out more, instead of just being all bland and empty. The floor that he's walking on gives that nice cave vibe, and I'm pretty happy with this results. Oh, and I added a moving camera for the character, so he can traverse in this vicious, heartless lands that I created. I'll discuss the map leveling of the cave in the next devlog, of course. Now, we shall take a little look-see on some interesting art projects I made for this game. Whenever a random idea bursts into my head, I just come up to this app and start making stuff. We've seen an attempt at a title screen for my game, and so far it looks it's not the best. It could be done better. So I did just that. I made a version 2. And this is version 2. This one really sells the atmosphere of this mysterious, eerie RPG game in my opinion, especially how ominous and dark it looks in the background. You see the elf standing in the front, looking into the abyss, gazing at it. I even made an animated start button as we check out the preview. Although I feel like we can modify the title and start button a little more, like better, more spicy. And I did not modify that yet. Anyways, I also made a portrait for the elf, and I love how I captured his eyes of sadness. The sadness in his eyes tells you he's seen stuff. Since the lore in this game is pretty freaking depressing for these little guys. Oh, and I didn't stop there. I'm using this portrait for the dialogue box that we would use whenever the character speaks. The dialogue box is a work in progress, of course, since I had to play around with this to see how it works. Well, this concludes our devlog for this month, and I must say, we are only the tip of the iceberg here. Prayers in the comments for the elf as he experiences the coming hell in his adventure. The horrors you're gonna experience, all the madness. Thank you so much for watching this devlog. If you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel so you'll be updated on future devlogs for this game. If you have any more questions or comments about me, about the game or in general, I have a Discord server below, so if you want to chat with me there, I'll be there. Well, anyways, I'll bid you goodbye.